In our growth series today, we are going to be talking about good habits. I told you that in the growth series, it is a combination of several topics that we brought together. Is going to help you. So today we're going to be talking about good habits. Now, when it comes to growth, there are important things. We've talked about accountability. We've talked about time management. This is the part 3, which is good habit. You need a good habit. What do they mean by good habits? They don't mean greet your elders, respect those who respect you, love those who love you, pray for your enemy. No, we're not talking about you being able to clean your house, you being able to cook food and do all the normal what the natural mind calls good attitude or good habits. What we mean by good habits? They are healthy habits. For an example, if you are a student, they are healthy habits. If you are the kind that studies at night, in the morning, in the afternoon, one thing you have to make sure is that you sleep at least 7 hours each day. Whether you have exam, whether you don't have exam, no matter what you think in your academic life, for you to be able to remember and not, one of the knots up here, you understand what I'm trying to say? For one of the knots not to lose, you need to sleep for 7 hours. I always hear students say, I studied all through the night so that I will go to the exam. Oh, trust me. I'm a student, and I'll tell you that I have small experience. Most persons who study at night, except for a small percentage, don't remember what they read in the morning. Most of them, when they enter the exam hall, they are already falling asleep. They are already weak. They can't even answer the question. So you have to create a good habit as a student in that scenario. Personally, I find a way to study in such a way that if I sleep at least a day, 6 hours, no matter how brutal the exam is going to be the next day, I'm going to plan myself well. I can study from morning till night, but before the exam I must sleep at least 6 hours. I've noticed that there are some exams that I have to study and all that, and I couldn't sleep for 3 hours, 4 hours. When I enter the exam, trust me, my body alone I'm not comfortable writing the exam. Even though sometimes you still pass and all that, but that discomfort is not a healthy way, of passing your exam. So you have to create good habits for yourself, for you to develop, for you to grow, for you to advance. You have to develop good characters. If you want to be a musician, you have to develop good habits towards music, what you should eat. I know most of us don't have money. When you talk about music, you say don't eat this, don't eat things that has too much oil, you don't eat fried stuff and all that. I know you don't have the money to maintain all this, but you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm singing in the next 6 hours, so I won't take this thing now. I'm going to take it when I'm back and all that. Even though it might not be good, but it will not affect your voice the way it's supposed to be. In your Bible study and all that, there are some good habits you should introduce. One, you shouldn't read because the other person is reading 10 chapters. You not decide to read 10 chapters. Follow your own pace and your accountability system and management, the pace they give to you. Just follow it gradually. Most times people do not know they are growing. The reason is because they are comparing their growth with the other person. Just like somebody now that have had maybe the leading the gift to create videos online. The moment the person sees these videos, the person will start feeling like a failure. Why? The person will be like, John David is creating videos, but I myself am not creating videos. The person will start comparing their growth to mine. The person will not realize that maybe he or she doesn't have the camera to shoot the video. 2, the person might not know that maybe I don't know how to edit videos. That's why I'm limited. Maybe the environment I find myself is always noisy. Maybe I don't have a microphone. How will I go about this? The person will not consider this. The person will just jump. He's doing video, I'm not doing it. So the person start feeling like a failure. So when you develop a good habit, it will help you track your own growth, not by comparing yourself to somebody else. Create a good habit in your place of work, in your business, in your career, in your academics, in your spiritual life, in your financial life. It's not everything you see you buy. Not everything you see, anybody that say, please give me money, I have not eaten, you carry money and give to the person. Trust me, 99% of people in the country or wherever you are from, watching from, have not eaten. As long as they discover you, always give them money. If I discover if I just tell you, give me 10,000 naira or $10,000 that you're going to release it to me, trust me, I'll ask you. Okay? That doesn't mean you are wise. Create good habits for yourself. What to eat, how to spend. I've seen some persons that cannot stay without chewing things. Like they eat in the morning, but they must be chewing things. Here in school we see a lot of things. Morning they will chew things until maybe in the evening when we are going, their mouth must be moving. Create healthy habit for yourself because you feel I could buy this and I could chew this thing, I could have this thing. Doesn't mean you should have it. Because you feel I could do this thing doesn't mean you should do it. Create good habits for yourself towards what you want to achieve. Okay, you want to be a prayer warrior, you want to pray for 6 hours, you want to pray for 12 hours, you want to pray for 3 hours, 1 hour. Start somewhere. Your accountability system, time management are going to help you to create a good habit in prayer, not the one that you don't have food. Fasting for 24 hours, then you now collapse in the place of prayer. Then God now showed you mercy. You came back to life. Then you now use that one and start bragging. Please, there are other ways to pray without collapsing. There are other ways to do what you are doing. This is why accountability system and time management are important. Create good habits that will not affect your health while you do them, that will not affect what you want to do, the result you want to get while you do them, that will also not affect your own life. When you balance all these things, you realize that you start discovering that you are growing. Somebody met me one time and asked me that she feels like she have not impacted anybody in her lives and in her life, and she wants me to teach her how to impact people. I told her that the problem about what she had in mind about impact is that she thinks impact is only when you pray for somebody, when people submit under you as mentees and all that. That's not really impact. Impact is just looking at that person who doesn't have a good shoe and buying one for them. Impact is just looking for that person who have not eaten and getting food for them. Impact is just looking for those little things you could do for people that they will appreciate. Those things are impact. The reason why you count impact based on the big things is because you compare yourself with somebody big. If you don't have all the resources, there is somebody in your streets that have not eaten. Buying food for them, maybe tomorrow morning, is impact already. Not too much stress. Do the little you can. Even the Bible says to some, they will give out in ministry 20%, some 50%, some will give out 70%, some will give out 100%, but all of them will be rewarded. The reason is because they did according to their strength. Create good habits to help yourself and where you want to be. If you follow everything I'm going to share on this growth series, trust me, you are going to grow even before the end of the year. You are going to discover something about you. I told you something when we were talking about accountability, that growth is not you moving from here to here, but growth is the change in character and mindset from the kind of mentality you had yesterday to the one you have today. Growth is the change in character. And now build a good habit that will help you.